There we go. Okay, welcome to June 30th. It is a Sunday in what do we got in the biz? We call it month end. It's the last day of the month, and we are here to just kind of share with everybody a little bit. It's called Why Money, but we really, really, really want to put a focus on, why you want to take a look at this business, why you want to kind of take a peek behind the curtain. And we're hoping through this that it's actually going to answer some questions, but also hopefully maybe have a few more pop up in your head that aren't so much directed at us, but maybe more so at yourself, asking, like, why wouldn't I? Why not? Why wouldn't I take that chance? So, this will be up very, very quickly as a recording because we know we still got 4 hours left in this month that you will want to get this out and share it to other people and get the word out quickly on all of the things. So I'm going to open it up here. I'm Kat Gertson. I have been with Monat since August 1st of 2015. I am a legacy founder. I'm an emerging founder. I am Motor Club. With the company. I've been here for a hot minute and I have seen basically, I feel like it's been in 9 years, it's been like almost everything you can almost see, but I should knock on wood, right? Because we don't need any like surprise snakes coming out or anything like that. But when I started with money, so when I started with this crazy money business, I was not a salesperson. I was not a girly girl. I was not a beauty guru. I was not a lot of things. All right. I was a massage therapist by trade. I was working in a restaurant bar setting in the evening. And prior to that, I was an oil field worker. And prior to that, I was a hockey player. But the job that I've kept the entire time throughout it is I am a single mom to who is a little girl who is now 11 years old. And I'm still money. So I've been able to leave all of those other past, I guess you could call them jobs or careers or whatever it is. And I've been able to step fully into my money business. But even more importantly, I've been able to step intentionally into parenthood and raising my daughter, which is something that was so important to me. And I didn't know how important that was going to be to me until I became a mom. And I realized that I didn't want to miss moments, right? And so what I look at in the future of this entire, crazy business thing, money thing, and where we're going and having like kind of a pulse on where we're going, having been here for 9 years and seen what's the vibe when the blow up's coming, what's the vibe when, you know, you see some harder times coming. Like we've been here for that. I've been there. Monica, who you're going to hear from in a little bit, she's been here for that. And I can honestly tell you this has like very strong hockey stick momentum vibes happening right now with the number of rake advancements that we're seeing, the number of new people that are taking a peek into the business. And that really excites me because it's a whole different genre of new person that's coming in. And that is part of my vision for the future of this entire business and how I see it going is that this is a business that's showing someone like me can step in and absolutely change the course of direction of their life in this, that you don't have to have 3 million followers on Instagram to be able to make a living off of selling a product, that you don't have to have sales experience, that you don't have to be a beauty guru, right? You don't have to be all of these things, but you do want to be, and this is who I want to partner with, and this is who I really want this message to string to is hardworking people who are literally just they're going to run through a brick wall for their dreams. That's what it has to be. At the end of the day, if you have those two things, the other pieces come in and fall into place over time, or sometimes they don't, right? Sometimes they don't, and they're not all necessary in your like pot of success. And so I see normal lives becoming legendary. That is what I see in the future. That is the vision that I have for my future team, for the team I have now, is that it's people who thought that good enough was good enough for them until it no longer wasn't, until they made a decision. So I'm going to step in here quickly and I'm just going to give you the nitty gritty. If you are hearing about money for the very, very first time right now, is like through maybe just some word of mouth, and then this recording is sent to you, or you're here on it like live with us, is I just want you to know the name money comes from modern nature. Now, I remember when I first started with it, I was like, how the heck do we say this name? Because I was hearing it Monat, Monat, there was a bunch of different ways, like honestly. And then I learned that because we are a global company, because we are like all over the world in it, based off of your accent, it is going to sound different. So as long as you understand that we are from modern nature, Mo Nate. Monat, however your accent is. And I really love what someone said to me prior in my like earlier in my career in this was that it doesn't matter how you say it as long as you're saying it, right? That's the vibe, that's the energy that you want to get out there with it. And so we are the world's number one direct seller of premium hair care. You can't argue with number one. That's just what it is, right? And we're a family owned and operated business. And this is so cool because if you are watching this and you're super curious about things, there are events popping up all over North America right now. And you will get into events. So, like for me personally, it's in Calgary, Alberta. You better believe on August 8th, I'm gonna be there. And our CEO and his wife are going to be there. They are family owned and operated, and they are so embedded. Like, go and follow our CEO on Instagram, and you will see the pulse and the heartbeat that he has in this business and how integrated that they are in this business. So that's something that's really, really different, I think, when it comes to money, because money is not governed by these faceless people. They're governed, I don't even know if that's the right word, but look at me still killing it selling shampoo and not knowing the right things to say, right? But like there's people out in this that will legitimately consider you part of their family because you said yes to this opportunity, and they will make decisions in this business as if because you are their family, right? And we are grateful. We Gratitude is like this core foundation of our business, and that I think is something that this world needs and people just need individually. I remember, I'll never forget our very first Monations, which was in Orlando in 2016. And I remember a lady named Rita Davenport was on stage. Okay. And I'm going to hand, after this, I'm going to hand it over to Monica and she's going to tell you, like, why would you pick Monat? Why would you want to sell shampoo? But something that Rita Davenport said on stage at our very first Monations, and we're heading back to Orlando this year for our 10th anniversary. But she said, just to remember that every single person in this world is walking around with a sign on them that says, make me feel important. Let me know I matter. And that is where the heartbeat of our business and our company lies in, is in that place of gratitude, and to just really at the core of it for people to know they matter, to know people care about them, and to know that they are here in this world and they're noticed. So I'm going to pass it over to Monica and she's going to touch on like, why money? Why would you sell shampoo?
Here we go. I'm sorry. I had to jump on my phone, so I'm not used to all the buttons versus my laptop. But yes, and everything that Kat said, I can relate in all of those ways. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story with a twist on it, on the perks of money as well. So when I actually joined Money back in 20, I actually started using the products back in 2014. Wasn't interested, and the reason why I say that is because you join this business, you're going to have people that aren't interested. And it's not that they aren't really interested, it's just that they don't know what they don't know. They have not tried the products yet. But the really cool thing between 2014 and now is we have almost 10 years of incredible testimonies and these stories from people where these products have literally changed lives, okay? So 2014, I didn't want to try the products, and for me it was because honestly, I just didn't think direct sales products were really that good. And I had tried lots of naturally based products before. I too am a massage therapist by trade. And it's so funny because I don't know any other massage therapist in this entire company. And here I am partnering with another one. And I just love it so much because I'm like, oh my gosh, there's another massage therapist. So don't just think this business is for massage therapists because we're probably the only two in the company that have ever done it. No. But anyway, so as a massage therapist, and I still am today, but at that time I had access to everything. And I just thought, you know what, if there's not a product out in the lands that can do anything good, then how is a direct sales product going to be any better? And for me, I had said no before I even had tried it, before I was even open to it. But my friend had introduced me to it. And it was something I was like, okay, I trust my friend. She was actually my massage client into naturally based things. And she was like, you know what? Just try it. I'll bring you some samples. So she did. She brought me samples. Guys, I was hooked. I was blown away. So if you're someone watching this, maybe thinking what I have thought before, just know that you're going to get people running into you the same story, different day. Okay. So what I didn't know was the opportunity with the business when I said yes to trying the products. Okay. So my friend was like, hey, we are a brand new company. we are the only one in this space. We are the only one focusing on hair care and the only one focusing on anti hair care. And still, you guys, that meant nothing to me. That I didn't know what I didn't know, right? And that's why I want to come to you as like a newbie, as someone who has probably walked in your shoes, and someone, wants to give you this side of the story that, like, I don't have this fairy tale story. It's just where I was like, all right, I'll try the products for you. They're probably not going to work, but I'll try them just so I tried them for you. Well, I tried them, fell in love, like instantly fell in love. And I was really irritated and aggravated with myself that I was turned my nose to something that I wasn't even open to trusting my friend. So again, you might stumble upon this in the future if you do partner with us, which we would love for you to. But with that being said, that was 9.5 years ago, and massage therapist by trade. Then my littlest was 18 months old, and now he's 11. He's 11. He's a Monat child. Like, he's his whole life has been Monat with me in this business. But it was when I decided to, she painted this picture for me. She said, you know what, we're the only company in this space, and this space is huge. I didn't know that about direct sales. I didn't know that about the direct sales industry, and I was like a virgin with all of it. I had tried it in the past but didn't understand it. And social media has come a long way from now and then, and marketing and all the things. And one of the things that she told me when I wanted to buy the products from her after I had tried them, she said, we don't have inventory. So basically, you have to go online and order from my website. And that was when ordering on websites was just starting to get like, 10 years ago, we didn't order on websites what we order today. So that was kind of new. I'm like, okay, like buy it online. Okay, cool. That it can be shipped to my door. All right. So I did that. And that's what she said. She said, you don't have to keep an inventory of the product. So number one, like the biggest thing for me that was like the aha moment, it wasn't even making money. It was like, I don't have to carry inventory. I don't have to buy a bunch of products and stock them and do deliveries and like ship and do all this stuff. Because previously, that little direct sales company that I dabbled in, it was a makeup company, and I had to buy all the makeup and I had to stock it. I had to do deliveries. I had to mail it in little packages. And like, that's why I didn't want to do it. I didn't have time for it. I didn't want to do that. And when she said, go to my website and order and it's delivered to your door, and I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. So that was the first thing for me, is you don't have to stock inventory. So if you get a replicated website that's free to you, your customers go online with your link, they purchase, it's shipped to their door in however many business days, depending on where they live. Okay. With that, okay, we are owned and operated out of Miami, Florida. Everything is made in the USA in our own distribution center, in our own, our own laboratory. Our products are formulated and created. That was another thing for me, is that we aren't just formulating products and they're being housed, and maybe a product's made in this warehouse over here in this state, and then we pull something from this state. To me, that was like, there's no overseeing, there's no like quality control with this type of thing, because that was happening in my previous company. And I'm just like, I don't know if I really trust this stuff anymore. So literally, the products are filled, put a seal on it. Then once you order, they're shipped to your customers. So it's new product. It's not stuff that's been sitting for a long time. It's not, where the product's coming from and it's trusted. Okay. So that to me was another like green flag. Okay, this is pretty cool. Everything's based in the USA. And then, one of the other things that she did tell me was that there was this opportunity for a founders pool. We'll touch base on that in just a minute. But that was also something that I didn't understand. So I think the reason why a lot of people may say no to an opportunity that comes in front of them is because they just don't understand and they have more questions. And that was me. I'm sure that was Kat. I'm sure that's any partner that's ever been in this business. They asked questions before they joined. Okay. Or anyone that's ever turned their nose like I did and said no, probably at least 10 times. I just didn't know what I didn't know, and I assumed. So that's why we are here to do these calls with you guys every week, to answer questions and to get out what we can. So I want to go back just a little bit. So, here we are 9.5 years ago. I say yes to this. And I'm like, all right, I love the products, might as well get a deeper discount. Why not just make a post on Facebook? Instagram really didn't exist much back then. I was like, I'll make a post on Facebook and just see if anyone's interested and see what comes of it. Maybe just maybe I can make a couple $100 a month. That would be nice. Be a nice little grocery haul. Nowadays, that would be like barely a weekly haul of groceries, but neither here nor there. So I'm like a couple $100 a month. That would be cool if I can make $200 a month for 12 months. Do the math on that. That's not very much money. Yes, it's money. And yes, I'm grateful for any dime that's ever come through. But for me, $200 a month was enough for me to say yes to something additional, right? Like an additional side hustle, additional business. Like that's what I needed in that moment of time. I couldn't think beyond that. I couldn't think this founder's pool that she had put in front of me. So made a post, people were interested. And I'm like, okay, people want better hair. And at the time we were only hair care and we only had like 9 products, I think it was. And I'm like, okay, people want better hair care. They trust me. I really don't have experience with this. I just know I like the products. So this is the other thing that's key for me. And that is really relatable to maybe you watching this. So, you know, just saying Starbucks because it's easy. You know, Tim Hortons, whatever, wherever you guys are, whatever your choice of coffee is, your favorite restaurant, movie, your jeans, your lip gloss, all of the things. For me, it was like I can share something that I like that's helped me. And if someone trusts me enough, they might be interested. And think about all the times you guys ask for a referral. Like, you know, people come to me, where do you get your haircut? Like, can you refer a stylist in another state? Like, people are always, you know, for me, I got to get my car service. I want to know a referral versus going to just the internet to find a product or to find a service. I want to know someone that's had a good experience. So referrals are probably like our best bet out there and seeing those testimonies. So for me, it was like, okay, I can sell a product I like. I can sell a product to someone that it can help. And I can also make an income doing this. And I'm like, okay, this direct sales thing isn't so cheesy. It actually is a thing and people can actually make money with this. So fast forward about 6 months into my business, I understood the founder's opportunity. For 6 months, I didn't understand it. I didn't know. I had more questions. I didn't know what it meant. And 6 months in was when I really said yes to this business and was like, all right, I see people making money like cat massage therapists. Like we're just regular people that became legendary people. Like exactly what she said. You guys, I have nothing special that I think was like glamorous glitz on social media. I wasn't an influencer. I was a mom of 3 kids and, you know, like robbing Peter to pay Paul some months. And it was just like, that was life for me. And then I decided to make a decision and I decided to make a change because I finally 6 months into my business saw the real opportunity with this. I'm like, wow, globally, this can help so many people eventually. And I knew we were only in the USA at that point. And I knew we were going to be expanding soon. And then here comes Kat from Canada, just a few, you know, in June of 2015. And it started to take off. And I was like, wow, this company like is doing big things. So having the vision of like understanding, and that's where I just think where most people say no because they don't understand what's being offered to them. And that's it. So again, this has changed our lives. And just like Kat, you know, I'm a legacy founder. I'm in the motor club. I have 2 Cadillacs. And this is not to be boastful, but these are things that are little cherries on top for me sharing this opportunity in the products. Like I didn't do it for the car. We didn't even have the car program when I joined and when I was interested in actually earning an income. That was a couple years into it. So these things came along the way as perks from the company. And we are such a giving company. Like all of the perks that we have each month are just incredible. So again, just to recap, it was no inventory for me. That was a big thing. Sharing a product that people want a recommendation for. And then what was my other thing? I had 3 and now I forget the other one. Doesn't matter. They were 3 great things. Okay. But yeah, I'm going to pass it back over to Kat and we're going to share just a little bit more on breaking down why I'm on 8 and then we will close up the call.
Yeah, and so we're gonna jump into now, like we would usually right now, we would talk to you about product packs, we would talk to you about X, Y, and Z and different parts about being a market partner that come in. But we're going to put that on you to go to whoever sent you here and ask, like, what are the product pack price range to come into, all of those different things, because there's something that's way more pressing to tell you about, and we do super want to respect your time, whether you're listening to a recording or you're live. So, what are visionary founder shares? So when you see this, and you're going to see it on social media, you're going to have the person who sent you this video or sent you here is going to be talking to you about it. And every time you hear visionary founder shares, I want you to hear profit sharing in a soon to be $1 billion company. Right? That's what I want you to hear, because what does founder shares mean? Like, honestly, probably nothing to you. Profit sharing does. Okay. Shares mean that you buy shares in a company and you have to like buy low, sell high kind of thing. All right. And it's like a one time payout. That's what you get off of a share. You can only get paid off a share one time. Profit sharing, that's not what that is. Profit sharing means that you are going to get a cut, and with Monat's visionary founder pool, it's going to be a cut every single quarter. Every 3 months, you will be getting a cut of all of the commissionable revenue that is brought in by Monat. So anytime a bottle of shampoo is sold by any single person in North America, right, you are going to be getting a cut off of the commissionable revenue off of that bottle of shampoo. That is a very big deal, right? As someone, and Monica also is a legacy founder, um, that's the same thing as our founder pool that we have. Ours is just global. This one is North America. And I do like to make that very clear. Right now, North America sits as our biggest, like, North America brings in the most revenue for Monat in this sense, right? So really understanding that what these shares can be. Now, I also don't want to sit here and inflate an October 15th payout, because that is the very first time these shares will be paid out on. Okay. I don't want to inflate that. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, this is going to be all this, that, and the other. Because honestly, when we joined for the legacy shares, we were joining off of a pool of zero because it was a brand new company. You're stepping into a company that's already well established for 10 years. All right. So that pool already exists. It's already there waiting for you to get some. But what really is going to be special about that pool is how it continues to grow over the course, okay, over the course of the next 5, 10, 15 years. The other part is to understand and really wrap your head around the fact that actually it would be like in the 80s getting to buy into Microsoft, right? But it would be like sitting there then in like the late 90s and like the 2000s when, computers are starting to go into school, them saying, oh no, you can buy our shares at the price that they were in the 80s. That doesn't happen, but it's happening here right now with Monat, because it's actually cheaper and less expensive for you to become a Monat market partner than it was when Monica and I joined. Right? When we did it in Canada, you were either spending $550 or $800. Now in Canada, and I believe in the US, the price is $150 for the customizable light product pack. And here it's $199. That does end tonight. We do not know if it's extended or not. So that is like, you're listening to this. If it is after June 30th, you need to go and check again with the product pack. But that's just like the price of investment. The next one for Canadian is like 149. I mean, sorry, 249 after the product, the like customizable is gone. Okay. So really thinking about that, really giving that sense of urgency on that. And then just understanding. So the key points, and then I'll pass it to Monica to close us out with her key points of the visionary founder pool. But the key things I want you to understand from that: paid out quarterly. This is not a one-time payment. This is literally boom, 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 clockwork. All right. And that these are profit sharing and not shares. These are not a one-time out payment based off of your share. This is profit sharing every single quarter, right? This is residual. Okay. This is residual, and it's on top of your paycheck. So Monica, you're going to close this out. You're going to give us your top points for visionary.
Yes. So the one thing I want you guys to think of also is, like she had mentioned with this pool, and why it's so important right now is because this pool is established by what I'm already doing and what Kat's already doing and all of the other market partners that are already working. And let me just give you a little bit of food for thought. So I have a market partner on my team that joined March 31st, and she hit the level just today on being able to secure her 2 shares in less than, I mean, truly, she did it in 30 days. Okay. So if you're someone that's can talk to people, that can share something that can help people, this can be for anyone, like truthfully. And with the resources that we have to help you, it's just like, 10 years of goodness from people who have been working this and building this for the future of the people that come in. I think it's the most beautiful thing. So when Kat and I joined, there wasn't anything established. It was what was being built through the establishment of the brand. So now that we are a $1 billion brand, and these shares that can be, they're already established, the pool of money is already there. Okay. So when you come in and you start, working your business and get to this level of these shares, you're going to get a cut from what everyone else is doing. And for me, it's the most beautiful thing, because not only is the company saying, hey, we're going to cut into our profits that are already there, we are going to give back this profit sharing pool, and the revenue continues to grow because we are booming right now, your shares are going to go up. Imagine, and Kat has said this before too, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And for me, when someone told me, said, imagine in 10 years of where you could be, maybe being debt free, maybe paying off your bills, maybe just, all the things you want to do for your family. Imagine in 10 years. And I look back, I never got my yacht. I never got my yacht, like down on my private island. I didn't get there yet, but we're working on that. No, I'm teasing. But the things, the life that I dreamed of, and I'm still in the same home, and I'm just so grateful for even the smallest things. All of those things have come true. So imagine right now, if where your goals and what you want for your family in 5 years, imagine in 10 years, if you can make all of those things happen by saying yes to this opportunity. And I know for a fact that it can happen. I mean, I have personally earned over $1 million in this company from someone who said no 10 times to a friend that was just, offering something to me. And I'm so forever grateful for her. I don't tell her enough, but I'm so grateful for her for being adamant and for following up with me and saying, hey, are you sure? Like, I feel like this could be something for you. And when you just feel it for certain people, and it's something that can be for everyone. Like, I'm telling you, imagine if the things that you wanted to do, you were able to do within 5 years, 10 years. And imagine with being a $1 billion a year brand, splitting that between the profit sharing earners, it's huge. And that's the thing, is I know you guys don't understand that yet, but Kat and I do. And that's why we are just on fire, because we understand it and we know how massive this is. So I just want to leave that with you. You can come in tonight, you can come in tomorrow, whenever that time is right for you, with a product pack. You can take that pack and you turn that into millions of dollars. And I know millions might sound crazy, but you can. And that's what we have here. And again, if you're someone like me that just wanted $200 a month, just $200 a month for 12 months, to see where that could be life changing, like for you, imagine what that could do for you. Maybe for you, you need $100 a month. Maybe, you struggle with paying your kids' sports. Maybe whatever it is, put a dollar sign on it. What would be worth it to do this? And I guarantee you, we can roadmap you a plan on how to earn that money and how to get there and how to become a part of this Visionary Founders pool. So you can, like I said, whenever you decide to make that decision, whether it be tonight, tomorrow, maybe it's next week, you make that decision. Okay. You can either take that and run with it, or 30 days, you don't want to do it anymore, you can return it, but then be back in the exact same spot where you are when you watch this video. It's just making the decision, and it's understanding. And that's what we're here to help you do. And we are so thankful that you took the time to watch the replay or to join us live in this. Love to answer any questions that you guys may have. And again, go back to the person that sent you this replay, or for the person that invited you to this call, and we would love to answer those questions for you. So I would like to be the first to pre-welcome you to the Monat family when you decide to say yes. And I want you to come say hi to me whenever you do decide to say yes, if you have watched this video. So we will talk to you guys soon, and we will get this replay link out ASAP. Bye, friends.